Hey everybody. Hello, hello. It's time for Stress Less for Real Success. And I am Marsha Grace, your modern meditation mentor, here on Friday, as always, for the last, I don't know how many years. Because I want to talk about how the ways we can reduce our stress, right? So did you know that your judgments create stress? Oh, they certainly can, right? They will determine your stress level. For instance, have you ever thought to yourself, oh, this task is going to take 5 minutes, and it ends up taking at least 20, right? It happens to me all the time. In fact, my grandson will tell you, Nana, you always say it's going to take 5 minutes, and then it ends up taking a half an hour. So he's right. What can I say? All right, so my judgment is very poor on that issue. Have you ever met a person that you immediately judged as being nasty or unfriendly or what have you, and then you found out later that that person was sick that day? Yeah, right? You were completely wrong, okay? Or have you ever found yourself saying to yourself, oh, I can't do this. This is impossible. I just can't. And then you go ahead and you do it anyway, right? All the time. So the things we say to ourselves are, they're wrong. Our judgments that we make, and they just create more stress for us. They make it more difficult for us to be peaceful and to really bring out our creative things. So these poor judgments that we make are based on incorrect or insufficient information, right? How can you make a judgment in the moment about someone when you know nothing about them? Okay, so, and they're really also, a judgment is like a mask. It's a mask to cover up our uncertainty. So if I say, yes, this is the way it is, then I can sort of pretend like I'm sure, and most of the time we're not. I know I speak for myself, and I don't think I'm the only person, that this is true for. So I've had the most conversations when I talk to people, and I find that their judgments are based on probably very little reality. They're based in the moment, right? So they're making a judgment in the moment, and most likely they have an emotional component to them. So if you are upset or angry at somebody for something, all of these things are going to cloud your emotions and therefore your judgments. So you're going to make a judgment that's not based on fact. Or, as is so common today, we get our information from faulty sources. And then we take it for truth. So that's what and then again, that's what we use to determine our judgments. So if I read an article or I hear a news, something or other, somewhere on my phone about a politician, and this article or, commentator or whatever is saying that this person is incompetent, how do we know that's true? How do we really know? What is the source of that information? Do we question it? Do we say, how did this person make this decision? What's it based on? Does that source have a particular axe to grind? It's another good question to ask. And probably so. It's very hard to be impartial. Impartiality is like the Holy Grail, and most of us do not achieve that. So here's where judgment gets really interesting, because we tend to judge based on a whole series of experiences from our past. And those things reflect what become our beliefs. They're based on, childhood experiences, and often those experiences were ones of neglect or abuse. So we look for a strong leader who will tell us and say, this is the truth, in a way that makes us feel safe and appreciated. And we don't question it. If we feel safe and appreciated, they must be right. So I'm going to go along with them. So that's something to watch out for as adults. We're not children anymore. And as adults, we need to learn how to make decisions based on fact, not on what somebody else said or, I don't know, something you pull out of the cosmos. But anyway, there's so much more to say about judgment. I am just scratching the surface here. So if you want to know more about it and the deeper levels of judgment, I'm going to be starting my Miracle MasterMind Gatherings again. I had to curtail them because of my eye issue and the whole thing, but we're going to be starting that again very soon. And that's where we discuss the deepest, most important concepts and ideas that determine the kind of life we live, that can remove the stresses that we experience, the ones that we think we can't do anything about. Yes, you can. You certainly can. So that'll be coming up, and I want you to, hang on and wait for it. And I have a question for you. And the question is, would you rather be right or happy? And think about it, okay? Don't answer too quickly. I want you to think, would you rather be right or happy? So that's your question for the week. And if you have an answer, please put it in the chat. Tell me how you feel about these discussions. I would love to know if this is helping you think about your life in a different way. So remember, everything begins with a thought. So notice your thoughts and get rid of the ones that are causing you stress, right? Okay, and join my Facebook group, Calm, Creative, Joyful, for the busy entrepreneur, where you'll get some guided meditations and some nice memes, positive thoughts, and some other stuff. So go there, and in the meantime, have a beautiful weekend. I'm going to be participating in a trash to treasure sale tomorrow in my community. It's one way we support our community, and we get rid of junk in our garage. So that's great. And who knows what else will happen this weekend. So have a great weekend, a great week ahead. Until next time, many blessings, and be well.